and she's always having sex and the sperm is being released inside her body, she gets more plumpier and not. Now, if you have been wanting to know what happens to a woman's body after having her first intercourse, these are the things I'm going to be sharing in today's video. Okay, I have 8 things I'm going to be sharing with you guys that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse in her life. Okay, now when it comes to healing, okay, that's one of the things that actually will help you to know that yes, this is one of the things that happens to her. She will have a kind of broken hymen. The hymen will not be intact again. That's one of the things that we know so well. But the other things I'm going to be sharing, in fact, the last ones are the ones that you wouldn't want to miss at all, okay? Because when it comes to the hymen, it's one of the things that you can use to know, or things that happens to her body after having the first intercourse. But a lot of people will still have their hymen intact, okay? Even after having the first intercourse, okay, that's the truth. While others will have their hymen broken already from other means while they are still virgins. That's why this is not the main thing that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse, okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse, which is the second one, is her boobs and hips get fuller and bigger. A lot of us hear about these things. In fact, when you see a girl that maybe started having intercourse during the early stage of her life, then we start to say, her body is fuller and bigger. She gets more matured like this because she started having intercourse earlier. Okay, we always say this. A lot of people say this without even knowing the reason why this happened. It is true, okay? This is because even the sperm that's being released in her body during intercourse is packed with nutrients, okay, that can get her body more fuller, especially the hips and the boobs, okay? These places will get more fuller because of these things that she has already started eating, that is being released in her body, in her system. So that is the reason why this happens. Now, the next one is nipple sensitivity. Now, after having the first intercourse, okay, the nipple of the woman will start being more sensitive to touch, okay? Yes, because the body will not get prepared for such things to happen again. So if she might be having intercourse again the second time or any other time, the body will be more used to this touch and get more sensitive because of the first intercourse, okay? Now it gets the nipples more sensitive to touch. That is also because of the blood flow during intercourse towards all these vessels, okay, that gets the nipple engorged, making it more sensitive to touch and all that. Now, if you are being touched again as a woman, the nipple will be sensitive to that touch because it has happened before and it gets it ready when it happens again, okay? That's another thing that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse. Now, the next one that happens is delayed period. Now, this is one of the things that happens to women during that first intercourse. That is because, in fact, when she had that first intercourse, a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings during this particular time. She might be scared because she's scared of pregnancy, okay, or scared or even sad. She might also be feeling a lot of, in fact, a lot of things can happen in her life around that first intercourse. If it is something that she had with all her mind, she will be happier. And these hormones, okay, will actually make the period to be delayed even when she is not pregnant, okay? That's one of the things that a woman will notice or happens to a woman's body after the first intercourse, okay? Now, the next one is the vaginal wall, okay? The vaginal wall gets more elastic and more bigger, okay? The wall gets more ready for things like this to happen again. Now, during the first intercourse, remember when a woman is a virgin, the walls of the vagina will get more thick, okay, more not that elastic. But then after the first intercourse, the walls will be more open and stretchy, okay, for things like this to happen again. It will not be more difficult for you to like penetrate because she has already had this kind of thing before, and the body is now ready, preparing for things like this to happen again, okay? So the vaginal wall will get more fuller and more elastic, okay? That's one of the things that happen. That doesn't mean that the vagina is wild, is open, is loose, but things like this happen for the body to get prepared and ready because of things like this to happen again, okay? That's another thing that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse. Now, the next one is that she tends to get more happier without even knowing the reason. That is because of the hormone released during the first intercourse or even during intercourse. That's the oxytocin hormone, which helps to make her more happy, okay, during this time after having the first intercourse. She gets more happier without knowing. In fact, you see her smiling and all that, especially when she had it with the right person at the right time. She gets more happier and, you know, normal. Now this is because of the hormone release during the intercourse. Okay, now the next one is skin glow. Okay, the skin gets more glowy after having the first intercourse. That is because of the high blood oxygenated blood flow towards the vessels, that like the blood vessels are more pumping blood more. Now this gets the skin more glowier because there's good blood flow and circulation. Okay, this helps her to be more like, the skin glows more around this time, and you are like, ah, you know, even mothers, they will be like, or parents, like they will be like, I don't know why you're glowing like this. What is going on? You know what they are talking about. That is because if a lady has the first intercourse, it can lead to her being more glowy because of the intercourse. Okay, yes, because of the blood flow and everything that happens during that time, and also because of the hormones that are involved during this particular practice. Okay, now another thing that causes this is also because of the release of sperm in her body, which gets her more plumpier. That is the truth, okay? In fact, let me tell you guys, if a woman wants to lose weight and she's always having sex and the sperm is being released inside her body, she gets more plumpier and will not be able to easily lose weight, okay? That's one of the things that you experience because it's like you are eating, okay? And a nutritious food at that. So that's one of the things you should expect. Now, this is one of the things that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse, okay? Now, the next one is slight pains. When a woman have her first intercourse, another thing that follows is a slight pain for some people. So if you're a woman and you didn't feel this way, that is not abnormal. It's normal, okay? Now it depends on how everything happened, how the act happened, how the person involved handled everything, okay? We help to minimize this or even, okay, avoid this from happening. So but that's another thing that can happen to a woman. So that's for you to understand that these are some of the things that happen to a woman's body after having the first intercourse. It's not only breaking her virginity through like losing her hymen. That is not the only way that you can know if a woman has had intercourse, okay, the first time in her life. These things I talked about here are the things that happens to a woman's body after having the first intercourse, okay? So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, okay? Hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so anytime I upload a new video, you'll be aware. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, all my supporters, all my viewers, all my sweet viewers and subscribers, I'm so glad to have you back again. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys in my next video.